What's up? Got a Kubey. This is a KU236A D2 steel G10 black. Let's get it out of here. What are we looking at? Man, I love me some Kubeys. I really like these Kubeys. All right, this is a Kubey Royal. No, not a Royal. A Kubey Noble. That's what it is. It's a Kubey Noble. Yes. Interesting. Lots of shapes and form here. But history tells me that this kind of form, when I first look at it, I kind of think to myself, yeah, it's not for me. And then once it's in hand, I go, okay, I kind of get it. And I'm thinking this might be one of those. But we'll see. Maybe not. That G10. Yeah. Very grippy. I love, man, you got to do G10 right. They did this one right. Let's get that blade out of there. Yeah. And then, yep. That is a handful of goodness right there. Where's that tip? Look at that. So if we drew a straight line through this knife, that tip is on level with the pivot. Look, it looks upswept, but it is not. Oh, man. Wow. So this flipper tab is exactly the same flipper tab that's on the Kubey Nova. And the action on the Nova is so good. At first run in with this flipper tab, because it's tapering away and down, it appears like, oh, that's something I'm going to slip off of. It's not going to work very well. But it is so comfortable to place the finger on, and then it runs so well. I mean, I just can't gush on these Kubeys enough right now. Like, this is a serious budget knife. When I say budget, that's under $50. And this thing, I'm going to try to fail that action. Yeah, it's impossible. This thing is so smooth. I mean, wow. Yeah, wonderful. I mean, to me, Kubeys are pretty underrated, man, because golly, they're nice. Their titanium stuff is extra special. And then their standard knives, G10, simple steels, the D2, some 14C. I wonder if I can get on that blade right there. Yeah, nah. How about the thumb? Yeah, I can thumb it. Yeah, I'm not able to spidey flick it, but I can definitely get my thumb on there and toss it out that way. But, they've got some basic steels, 14C, D2, Aus 10. They use quite a bit of that. And very budget oriented. This, I'm guessing, would make a great little work knife. It's smaller. It appears big, but I think in the end it's a fairly small knife. You can choke up on it, but clearly that's a secondary position because it's not great. Can you do it? Can you get up here and use this to try to be, whatever this is up here? You can. But this is, I mean, let's get in it real quick. I need to hover over the thing. Let's just get in it. We'll wipe it down. Check it in. That one was almost falling out. Yeah, I don't need to take them pocket screws off. So if we're not oily, I'll probably just give it a quick wipe down and put her back together. Nice skeletonizing going on in here, weight reduction. And yeah, I mean, it's got the perfect amount of oil. I mean, this knife was tuned and ready to go. I'm going to take that off so I don't lose it. But yeah, let's just wipe it down, man. We'll put it back together. And I mean, I'm not surprised because the thing was running like a Swiss watch. You know, it was impressive. Detent was solid on it. I don't feel the need to change any of it. Yeah. A little quick wipe down, and I think this has got their captured pivot that has a little nib on it. Yeah, it's got the little nib that captures down here. It's got some oil in there, but it's got that little nib, and then it's cut out on the actual pivot. It's a great design. Does exactly what it's supposed to do, and that's just lock that in so that makes the knife easy to service. Very easy to get in and out of these Kubeys, and I don't think I've yet run into one that's complicated or that just wasn't put together well. I mean, I will say out of, I don't know, are we approaching 50 of these at this point? Definitely like 30, I think. There's maybe only one or two that I kind of go, yeah, I don't think I'm a big fan of this one. Just a few. Maybe 1, 2, 3 that, in the end, I'm just like, it's not me. I could see where it could be somebody else. It's just not me. But for the most part, by and large, they're all just, they're built well. They function extremely well. And I find it hard to criticize. I mean, even if I try, it's like, it's just hard for me to find a nitpick just so that I have something critical to say, Look, even the way the stop pin is on this one, they milled the knife so that it is kind of captured in there versus just hitting on the backside of a straight blade. It's a small thing, but which way did I go with that bearing? I want to match it up. Go to the open side. No. Yeah. I looked at it and then I put it on exactly the opposite of what it is. There we go. And I could see where these bearings are cutting into this stone wash finish. So, all that means is that this knife's just going to get smoother and smoother as it goes. As this knife is used, those bearings are going to wear smoother and smoother track on that stone wash, which is crazy considering the thing's already a guillotine. I forgot to put the little, what is it, a lanyard pin? That's what I think it is. I don't know. We'll see, but let's put it in there. It came with it. I should probably get it in there. Yeah, it's for a lanyard. All right. Mulligan. That's something I haven't done in a while. I haven't golfed in a while. Top golfed. That's something that we get away and do once in a while. Run over to Top Golf, but wow, is that expensive place to hang out. It's kind of fun, especially on like a rainy day or something, man. You get under them awnings, nice comfy furniture, swinging golf clubs, pretty decent food. doing an infomercial for Top Golf. Goof. Oh, this thing. Butter. Wonderful. Let me check for play. Make sure I'm tight. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, these Kubeys, man, they're no joke. Budget line, higher level production piece, all of it. Yeah, this G10 on this. Ooh, had a little power surge there. Lost my lights, but they came back. I think they're all on. Yeah. Here it says D2 up here in the corner. See it there? And then the only other badging is the Kubey and then the KB on the pivot. I mean, at this point, I believe this is a little older model, but Kubey could definitely be served by just dumping this. There's no reason. I mean, that KB, I think their stuff's recognized, but that's my opinion. I mean, what's that worth? You know, opinions, man. I got them. Yeah, so let's talk about this action. It is, I mean, it's a budget knife, but I mean, I could put this in with high-end knives, and the action on this is A-level. It is so good. Can't fail it. And the flipper tab just works wonderfully. I mean, yeah, it's so good. Now, it's exclusively that back flipper. Now I'm struggling to get it to come out with my thumb. It's just probably because I wiped it off. It's cleaner, slicker, my thumb slick, whatever. But it's that back flipper is the only way in and out, but it works so well. A-level action. Let's talk about the ergonomics. I mean, oddly enough, man, it's got a great locked in, not so confident, very confident grip. And this thing just goes whoop up towards very confident. Yeah, super locked in here. Can you choke up if you wanted to or needed to for whatever reason? It's there. You know, that choil, oddly enough, man, it ends, you know, there's some sharpenings in here, but it's not as big as it appears because most of it is behind this part of the grind, and the actual apex of the blade grind is way over here at the top of my finger. So there's just a little bit of a sharpening choil, like right there. But still, it's plenty. Yeah, ergonomics on this thing it's really nice. It's actually just slightly small for my hand, I think. Could have been a quarter of an inch longer in the handle. Feels just slightly short. But great jimping on the spine. It's not combat jimping, but it's crisp and sharp. You know, will this knife allow for this type of cutting? Absolutely. Wonderful point. Needle sharp. Yeah. I mean, pocket clip disappears in hand. It's right where it's supposed to be. Speaking of that clip, let's run it. I mean, I'm not sure why I run clips like this because, you know, after 100 of them and they run so, ooh, you know, I was about to brag on it, but look how thin that is in there. And then it's not recessed. It's got recessed screws, but that front lip, it's going to catch the thick stuff for sure. Yep, there we go. Yep, there it is, right on that lip. It'll go to there. Now, can I force it? I'm not even sure if I can force it, but it's got great tension to there. On the thin stuff, it's probably going to be wonderful. Yeah, completely deep, disappeared. It's a drier clip. Excellent tension. My spot back here as well. You know, I could run at a full run and then tumble around on the ground for 20 minutes, throw it in the dryer, and it's still going to be right where I put it. Yeah, excellent tension. Great clip. But it's a little thin, so on extra thick material, it's going to hang up. But on standard jeans and whatever, it's going to run okay. Safety. Yeah, there's no catching that blade through these scales. And that tip is wonderfully protected down here. So tip's good. The clip is good as long as it's not thick material. And then no incidental contact in the pocket. Yeah, pretty solid. Wonder if it's sharp. Where's piece of paper? Why am I always hunting paper, man? I gotta do better with this paper stuff. It's like this huge part of a video all the time, and it's just a simple piece of paper. Have it ready, bro. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna strop it. A little bit of stroppage. Pretty sure a strop will fix it. Try to match that angle a little bit. Don't want to run it up on that knife. Yeah, I can feel something on there. It's got boogers. Run it 2 or 3 times. Yeah, it's got boogers in there. And then we'll run it on the wood. Try to knock off any burr that's being stubborn. And then a pass or 2. Yeah, that D2's responding to the strop really well. I can see it. All right, last pass. All right, I think I did good, but let's see. Did I make it better or what? Yeah, pretty sharp. All right, price and availability. Where is it? What do we got to pay for it? Okay, so the spot to go for these is White Mountain Knives. You can pick up a version of this. The only thing different, I think, is maybe the color of the scales for around $30. Yeah, so, I mean, D2, G10, stunning action, wonderfully sharp blade, about $30. I mean, these Kubeys, they're quite the budget-minded deal. And, yeah, this is a pretty good one for $30. Good little beater work knife for sure. Appreciate y'all watching.